Today is August 27th, so let's start building that second coop. Today is August 28th and it is sunny and raining, which is pretty awesome. I love it when that happens. So pretty. Alright, I think that random rain cloud is gone now. So the frame is all done. My dad and I popped it out in, it wasn't too long, maybe 3 hours. It's about $300 for everything. So not too bad for a day's work. We got the framing done and now it's just putting the screen on. I did make this one a foot shorter. So the other one was around 7 foot. This one's at 6 down to 5. So there's a little less slope on this one, but I don't think it'll be too bad. It's the same dimensions on the bottom. It's a 10 by 12, same as the other one. So the chickens will have the same amount of space. I did do it a little different. On the last coop, I'd cut wood and put it in between here. So that way you didn't have a board on front, because then it's kind of weird stapling the wire to it. So because there's a board there, we went ahead and filled out the rest, so that way it's easy to staple on the bottom, and then all you got to do is kind of fold a little bit on the top. So everything else is pretty much the same. On the top here, we only put the one support going across this way. We did cut that because I didn't want it underneath or on top, because if I were to put that board on top, it'd catch rainwater and wouldn't roll off the roof right. If I put it on the bottom, I'd probably just wind up smacking my head on it a bunch. So anyway, all that's left to do on that is screen it. Chicks are coming next week, so all's good there. Still got plenty of scrap lumber. But for now, I've got to get the bees feeder back on, because I did get some more sugar water, so I have plenty of that now. So I'm gonna hop in the hive and do that and check on the bees. I got stung right on the thumb, you guys, right on the inside on my right hand. Whew, that hurt. I had my glove off just for a second to light the smoker. I had the top already off the hive. They usually don't get mean until I take off a couple boxes, but when I took that top off, there were a lot of bees, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and light the smoker. So I whipped my glove off to light the match. As soon as I did, a bee got me. It doesn't look like much yet, but man, it hurts. So I didn't do a sort of hive inspection or anything. I just took the top off and sprinkled that with powdered sugar. and I'm gonna have to say that's good enough for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get their feeder set up though. But yeah, it's a real bummer on my thumb. I'm hoping that doesn't swell up too bad because it's gonna mess with my week. But it's starting to feel better now, but man, I couldn't even bend it there right after it happened, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and get the bees set up though. Alright, so the feeder is on there. The hardest part was probably taking this inner cover off, because if I were to leave that on, that little gap there, the bees would just fly in and drown. So I had to leave the top solid so the bees can no longer get up in this part, so they can come up underneath here, get in those little holes I showed you guys previously, and drink down that sugar water without killing themselves. So should be good. We'll see what the bees think of it, and then we'll go from there. I have a feeling they're going to suck that down really quick. Well, I'm already out of chicken food again, so I brought around my last bag, and I need to hit up the feed mill because I have to get a couple more bags of regular food plus some chick feed since the chicks are coming, so I'm gonna load them up real quick. So my chickens generally waste these calcium chunks, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in this time because I haven't put it in there in a little while. We'll see if they decide they want them this go around. Alright, so beside the bee sting, it was a pretty good day. Seems like I'm getting stung about once a month, which is, I feel like, pretty good considering I work with thousands of bees on a weekly basis. Chickens and bees though, they're fine. My dad was out at the property a little bit today and he did some weed eating along the road front, so that looks really nice. Thank you, Dad, for doing that. Gonna start doing some more calls and emails this upcoming week to get some more things figured out with the property and keep things moving. Today is August 29th. The drone combs have been kind of picked over by the bees and ants. The big old black ants are really enjoying it. So at least they're getting a little bit of use out here. A big old cloud just rolled up, so probably don't have too much time until I get rained out here, but bees look good. They're fine. My thumb, it's kind of starting to swell up. You can see it's a little puffy in there, but so far so good, so I'm sure it'll get way worse than that. But today is a good day. Chickens been out enjoying themselves and just kind of usual run in the mill there. And I still have yet to get the screen on this coop, but there's no real big time constraints on that. Chicks are still coming sometime this week and they're gonna stay in the garage until this is done. So it'll be a week or two. I'll probably keep them in the garage and then they'll run out here. Alright y'all, it is August 30th, about 9:30 at night, and I just got a notification saying the chicks are in Indiana. So that means that they are going to be here tomorrow. So I got this all set up for them. Got some water, some food, I need to fill that up more, and then obviously the heat light, because they need that to stay warm for a little while. And they got plenty of room to roam around. So they should be coming in the morning. We'll see if the post office gives me a call so I can pick them up. The last time they didn't, and it was a little bit of a surprise. I actually just delivered them to the door, which is fine. It just delays them a little longer, because normally I'd get a call at 5 or 6 in the morning saying the chicks arrived. Then I'd run to the post office and pick them up. But last time I think they came around 9 or 10 in the morning, so I'd prefer to pick them up, but we'll see what happens. So 20 chicks should be here tomorrow. It is August 31st. It's about 10 o'clock at night. Chicks are asleep. That one's super cute. Just passed out in the food bowl. I don't want to wake them up. It's September, y'all. So it's another beautiful day out here. Chicks are doing good. I went to Tractor Supply and picked up some chick feed, because the feed mill was out of chick feed. Gonna start working on the coop today, the new one, as far as getting the screen on. So, perfect day for it. Well, y'all, calling it quits. Didn't quite get it done today because the stapler is old and it's done for. So, gotta go get a new stapler tomorrow, and then we will get the door finished up and then the top part of the fence. So far, all the chicks are looking good. So the breed I got this go around is called the Ameraucana, and none of them are gonna look exactly the same either. You can already see that as they're this small. So cute. So some of them are gonna have muffs. The one kind of looking at us right there doesn't. Some will have kind of ear muffs, some will have beards. So super cute. They're only a couple days old at this point. I did finally run and get some chick feed. The feed mill was out of it, so I got some of that. So far so good. They'll stay in here for about a week or two, maybe a week and a half. Just got to get that coop built and then let them get a little bigger, and then they can go outside. All right, y'all, it's September 2nd and this coop is done and ready for the chicks. So got the plastic on, got all the fence up and around it. Looks really nice. I do have to do a little bit of work on the bottom of that door, but other than that, it's all good. So I'm gonna keep the chicks in the garage for another week, week and a half, and then I will put them out here. Alright guys, I just got back from showing a farmer friend my property, and he also happens to be a seed dealer, so I got enough to plant everything, which is great. Also got some of this so I can kind of help that soil over there because it's going to be a little rough. Got organic seed. I've used this mix plenty of times before. I know it works really well, grows great. A lot of nice variety, so I'm really excited to get that planted. And I definitely need to get it in here in the next couple of weeks so I can get a few inches on it before the frost starts coming. Annie's still at my parents' coop and she is doing really good. Her limp's gone. She's eating, drinking, acting like a normal chicken. The spot on her back is still there, but it's healing up. She's getting some more feathers growing in. Overall, I think she's pretty happy. She still doesn't really get along with the other two chickens too well, Jackie and Dusty. Jackie's one eye, and Dusty's the other chicken. So it's usually evening time when they're all trying to get up on the roost is when they'll kind of squawk and quarrel, but other than that, everybody's doing good over here. Houdini, you keep getting further and further. It is time to go up for the evening. Let's go.